I have said this so many times, I have communicated this so many times, but I think it, it is important that I keep repeating this. Kuko na notion hapa nje that men do not communicate when they are in trouble, when they need help, that men do not communicate. And that thing is putting men at a disadvantage, especially when they are seeking help for their psychological issues. Because if therapists are taught that the only way for you to deal with someone is if they verbally communicate with you, if they do not use words, then they are okay, or that you are not communicating. Human nature is that nonverbal communication takes the largest portion of communication. So how do we now come around and start and ignore the nonverbal and just concentrate on the verbal? I'm not saying that there are men, that all men have this issue. There are men who are very good at verbal communication, and lucky for them. There are those of us who are not so good at putting words at how we feel, and we do not know how to go out and verbally ask somebody for help. But we know how to communicate when we are in trouble, when we want something, when we need help. Okay? But that one, most of the time, or some of the time, it is ignored because men are not speaking. You'll hear people say men are committing suicide because they don't speak out. Men are committing suicide, or men are dying by suicide because of mental health issues, because of life's difficulties. It has nothing to do with talking. Because if talking was the solution, then women wouldn't be dying by suicide. They wouldn't be involving themselves in self-harm. They wouldn't be having psychological issues, because most women are very good at verbal communication. So already when you look at that statement or that issue logically, it does not hold water, because women communicate very well verbally, but also women have mental health issues. Men are not very good at verbal communication. Men have mental health issues. So you cannot say men have mental health issues because they don't communicate. Because even those who communicate who are women have mental health issues. Okay? So why is it so difficult to design mental health interventions that are responsive to the men, the needs of men, the nature of men? Why is that so hard? Why do we want a one-shoot-fits-all kind of solution? Okay? Men, at least most men, want a solution to the problem. They do not want just to come talk for the sake of talking. For example, if you find someone willing to talk with you about their issues, right? The first question they will have, most men, not all men, most men, the first question they will have is, or the first thing they will ask themselves is, are you in a position to help them? If not, then what is the point of talking to you about his problems if you do not have a solution? For example, if I am jobless and what I need is a job, that is what is stressing me, that is what is leading me into depression, I do not go talk about my joblessness with somebody else who is jobless. Doesn't make sense. Okay? Now, if you are a person who is in a position to assist me to have a job, then I will talk to you, because I see you as the gateway to me getting what I want, right? So, if you are asking a man to talk to you, to tell you whatever it is that they are going through, to confide in you. The question is why? Why should he? Unless you are a professional psychologist or psychiatrist or somebody who is trained to listen and offer professional services or offer some kind of services, because it doesn't have to be like a trained psychologist. There are people who are trained on the peer-to-peer approach when it comes to issues of mental health, right? Peer support, right? Talk to me so that I can encourage you, so that I can walk with you. If you need somebody to be calling you, to be checking up on you, this is me. Okay, that is something which a man can see value in. Check up on me periodically. Am I okay? Have I found the job? How am I doing? How am I feeling? Okay, that is something men can get on board with. But also this person has to be, in terms of confidentiality, has to really be hold this very dearly, because if a man opens up to you one time on an issue which is not even a mental health issue, just a random thing, and then he finds that you told somebody else that thing, then you've already lost his confidence. So he will not talk to you again about any issue, even if his life depends on it, because he trusted you with little. Now he has life-threatening issues. Why should he confide in you? In fact, he is right, because you're putting him in danger of discrimination and stigma. If, for example, I am engaged in self-harm, right? I am harming myself in whichever form of self-harm, and then I confide in somebody who I think can help me deal with my issue, and then I find that he or she told other people, and I get to know about it. So already I am being shamed, I'm being stigmatized by other people because I shared with you. So we have to be very careful when we want people, not just men, people to confide in us, because whatever they tell us in confidence should stay confidential. And that's why it is important to have psychologists who are specifically trained on how to engage with men, because we are different, right? And you'll hear people, professionals, some of them, who believe that men's issues are because of toxic masculinity. So by the time the man comes into your office to see you, you already have preconceived ideas on what is wrong with him. In which world will you be neutral if you already have preconceived ideas that this man is in trouble, this man is suffering because of how he feels or how he thinks his expression of manhood is supposed to be? He has not even told you, you have not even had an assessment, a first session with him. Just because a man walked in and he has issues, you already think it is toxic masculinity. How do you expect that this man will trust you, or that he will even listen to what you want to say? Because if the first thing that comes out of your mind is, or out of your mouth is, you are a man, and so that's why you are in trouble. Imagine if that notion was put forth to women. A woman comes in and a person tells the woman, the reason why you are having mental health difficulties or mental health problems or mental health challenges is because you are a woman, or how you choose to express yourself as a woman. Even before you even sit down, before you even listen to their story, you already think, it's a woman. Okay. she must be in trouble because of her femininity. Do you see how wrong that is? That is the way it is wrong also to men. When people come in, when professionals have these preconceived ideas, and also they insist that they also want to help this man. But in fact, they're only digging deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper a hole for this man. Because men are masculine. We express ourselves through our masculinity. That is part and parcel of who we are.